because he had a few perks that we could not show off. Because it was Falcon and me alone. Then. And that is like the biggest biggest boost ever. So I'm gonna invite you guys now, and we're gonna go to the loadout, of course, because that is how. That's the first thing that we have to do. Loadout. You guys got the invite?
My Steam is being crazy. I'm loading in.
So, what do you guys want? What do you guys want to talk about first? The builds or the add-ons?
Well, I think we pretty much went over. Well, I mean, we can talk. We can go over. We can like run through the add-ons because there's a couple of them for her, but I don't think we need to discuss every single one of them.
Yeah, mostly the ones that are just the ones that you must use.
Yeah, like, I like her apples, and I like the ones that give you a corrupted fountain at the beginning of the game, because then you have options.
Aha, the action apple. Start trial with one pool of devotion corrupted, slightly increase effective time on objects. What do you think, Falcon? We are going to talk about builds and add-ons.
Okay, yes, great.
That is what we're gonna talk about. I sent you an invite.
So I can't get into your game. I don't know why.
Aww. Just keep trying. Maybe just because I'm offline? Could that be?
Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's try this.
Okay, I think it works.
Okay. Anyway, according to Nverm0re, Falcon, he likes the Apple add-on. You guys can just go to the killer screen and to see what add-ons that we talk about.
Okay, I'm. Can I switch?
Yeah, you can just switch. It's you can. That's where you can. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, people. We are. This is still a little bit of improv, people, but but it is okay. The best videos are the improv videos. According to Nverm0re, he likes the Ashen apple.
Yeah, the Ashen apple is great because you start the trial with a corrupted pool, so you can immediately go get your red vomit, and it also increases the infection time on objects. Which, like yesterday, I told you, it's when you infect an object, it's only for like 15 to 20 seconds. So anything that helps you get more is good.
What do you think, Falcon?
It's a good add-on. I think that since it's a green add-on, you could have a good amount of it. So
okay.
It's how I can say it's a good add-on which you can use several times if you play the Plague.
Okay, so it is one of those. It is one of those good add-ons. It is one of the add-ons that you can use if you have not other builds.
Yes.
Then
we know that ultra rare add-ons are great, but we don't have many.
No, to be honest, her ultra rares are not good.
And the Black Wards finishes too.
Yeah. But like I said, the ultra rare add-ons of her are not so great.
Yeah, I mean, the black instance is interesting because you can always it turns her into like Freddy tracking, so you can always right.
Yeah,
But usually you already know, so it doesn't really do a whole lot.
yeah, I find these add-ons really bad for her. To be honest, the ultra rares.
Like I think her best add-ons will either like if you look at her common ones like the limestone seal, if you want to, because being able to infect the objects is crazy.
Yeah,
So anything that makes them sit a little bit longer is good, I think.
I agree.
But
That is.
then like I don't really nothing else really stands out for me in her in like her add-ons until you get to like her rare ones. I think where's this other one?
Hematite C was also great by the look of it.
Yep.
Hematite and let's see.
Or the infected emetic.
Rubbing oil. Rubbing oil is good.
Increases the Vow Purge effectiveness.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. Or
also the green version, infected emetic, is good. No need to get the vial emetic, which is very rare.
yeah, and the ointment is good. I think ointment can be good. Instant ointment.
That with slightly increase movement speed.
Yeah. It has potential. It can be good. It can be bad. It's hard to say.
I think it is not necessary, strictly necessary, because after you have charged Wild Purge, you move at normal speed, so you can charge before the Wild Purge, and then continue chasing the survivor.
Yeah. So yeah, that is true.
It is not required in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that the add-ons, all of the add-ons that let you infect items for longer are good, and any of the ones that make your Vow Purge more effective, so you don't have to vomit like 18 times on people. And then like the apples or any of the ones that give you a corrupted fountain earlier, good, just because you have the option to switch to red vomit if you want to.
Yeah. Like Devote Amulet or Sephireto and Fel Emetic and Tablet. Yep. Those are add-ons that you want to use. But it's not like really needed. She is really good without them. She is really strong without those add-ons. But at the same time, these add-ons also really help her. But I would say, if I have to be honest, which I am, I would say the very rare and the rare add-ons are the best add-ons to use for her.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, and the best is to use the add-ons that do the same effect as the rare ones if you need to use uncommon.
Yep.
So I think that is the best thing to go for. What do you think, Falcon?
Yes, actually I think that this killer, even without add-ons, is good. But they balanced well the add-ons. You don't need ultra rare add-ons in order for this killer to be dangerous.
Yes, and one
Just
of
just think about other killers. For example, the trap. If you don't use the iridescent stone, if I remember correctly,
yeah.
trapper is trash killer.
Yeah, true. That's true. It hurts me to say it, but I agree with you because Pump Daddy T is such a he is the most iconic killer. He is like the first killer in the game, Pump Daddy T, the trapper, and it's sad that he once he was the best killer, and now he's like one of the worst killers without his add-ons. So you got a point in that. But it's like I said, it's the same as with the nurse. The nurse was the worst killer, and she is now the queen of the game. And Trapper used to be the king of the game, and now he is like sitting with the fools and the Dutchers and the whatever. He's basically the court jester now. Well, Legion is the court jester, but Trapper is the peasant now. And that's very hurtful for Trapper. Trapper is so iconic. Trapper is an iconic killer, and it's just sad that he needs an add-on to be good.
Yep.
And I think Falcon nailed it perfectly how he said it about Trapper. Without iridescent stone, he is trash.
Yes, I think if they want to buff the trapper, in my opinion, it is necessary that your traps can't be disarmed without a toolbox. So now it's far too easy for survivors to disarm your traps, even with the bare hands. And just this is not good.
And don't forget, survive with friends.
Yes. If too many times I remember I set a trap. One survivor saw me setting that trap, and immediately all the team knows that there is my trap.
Yeah. And he started to sabotage your traps.
Yeah. If it's a problem.
Being-
at least making toolboxes required in order to disarm traps, I think it would be a good buff for the trapper.
Yeah, that is true. You are totally right. Okay, I go into a few builds that I could see happening, and and you guys have to say if you agree with me or not. First, we're gonna talk about the first build. I will not use, these are gimmick builds or meme builds, but they are builds that could be good or that might happen. So let's go with, well, I will not use Dark Devotion is trash. So let's go to Infectious Fright, and we are talking about builds for the plague. I could see people use the following perks on the plague: Infectious Fright, Franklin Demise. Let's see, what else could we see on her? We could
Franklin.
yeah, Franklin Demise. I could
I was
see.
about to ask you which one that was because I totally forgot that I have the game open and I can just go look.
Yeah. I could see Franklin Demise being used, and then we can. What is the other perk?
Maybe Deer Stalker can be good if you want to slug.
Which one?
Deer Stalker,
Oh yeah.
the perk which shows shows you the aura of dying survivors.
Oh yeah.
Because if you go for the other survivors in infectious fright showed you, you may have a problem in finding the first survivor.
Yeah.
So
Then
this stalker can be good to slug in general.
okay. Then one of the builds that I can see happen is Infectious Fright together with Franklin's Demise, Deerstalker, and Save the Best for Last on the Plague. The reason that I say this is because if you use if you are against a 5 with friends and you down someone and you know that there is a Claudette or a Tap or an Afrojack with a flashlight somewhere hiding and ready to flashlight you, you could hit them and they lose their toolbox, their flashlight thanks to Franklin the Mice. And then with Spirit, I mean Plague, pardon me, the Plague, then you can puke on the flashlight or the toolbox.
Hilarious.
Yes, and with the spirit, you can also fake that you are picking up the survivor, and instead face walking directly to the flashlight saver.
Yeah, I could see Fright for Infectious Fright being used on Spirit when she's Slug Mistress. It has a good synergy with Slug builds, but the reason that I say with the Plague is the Plague can spit on the toolbox or on the flashlight. It's basically a big fuck you to the survivors or to the survivor friends. Like you want the flashlight. You can have the flashlight, but I will first spit on it.
Which is hilarious.
It is hilarious. It's literally disrespecting the survivor friends. That's one of the builds that I could see happen. But here's the second build. I think that this is going to be a really strong build once she comes out, and I could see people using this build also. It is a build that I think, because to be honest, only Infectious Fear, that is the only one that that actually has any meaning in the meta. I think it has any form, but this is the second build that I could see being used on her. But and you guys might say no.
Can I add one thinking?
Yeah?
In some cases, I think that this perk can be seen as the right complement to barbecue and chill. Just think, because the range is similar. If you when you hook a survivor and don't see anyone with barbecue, it
Yeah.
means that a survivor can be near you. But since you hook a survivor after you just downed him, with this perk you can see if other survivors are near, and the survivors which were near, you wouldn't see them with barbecue.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is completely true.
So not It can be very interesting in combo with the barbecue. This perk.
That's true. Yeah, infectious fear is a really good. Yeah, it's a really good perk. It has a lot of options. It can be used with barbecue. It can be used with whatever tracking build that you want. So you are right. It's yeah, you are totally right. I didn't think about it. So you got a good point again. And I know exactly what kind of build that we can do with that. But I will first say the second build that we might see in the game in the future. This perk build is, I think it's gonna be annoying for survivors if you want to do 3 generator strategy. We got Hex Ruin,
Yeah.
Overcharge.
Three gen strategy with this perk can be a nightmare. Especially if you are tier 3 Myers.
Yeah. Anyway, but this is for the plague. This build is for the plague. Hex Ruin, Overcharge, Pop, goes the Weasel, Surveillance.
Well, I mean, to be fair, surveillance is good on everybody now.
Yeah, but why do I say the spirit? Think about it.
I mean, the plague.
Yeah, the plague. I'm glad that you are here to correct me. But let's let's go about this perk build. With Ruin, you can set up. You have enough time to set up your trifecta, your 3 generators. After that, once you get your 3 generators, you keep overcharging them, and you keep puking on the generators with the spirit. And
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely be annoying.
after that, you down them, and then you use Pop Go to Weasel on the generator that is being worked on. And you apply overcharge, and you get surveillance, so you will always know which generator is being worked on. What do you guys think that this perk build is going to be used? That we might see this perk build?
Yes, very strong. Also, by considering that survivors which are infected are forced to search for the pools of devotion.
Yeah.
So basically, you do 3 gen strategy and get you can have one survivor basically eliminated from the
game.
from the group.
Yeah.
Because he must go to search a pool of devotion in order to heal himself. So this 3 gen strategy with this
plague?
build can be very annoying.
Yeah, it will be a war of attrition. Like who can outlast who? Because the survivors might get frustrated and they might make mistakes. That's true. Because this is annoying. They will make mistakes. And that is what you want. You want them to make a mistake. A killer is dependent on mistakes of the survivor. Because if a killer makes a mistake, killer gets punished. But if a survivor makes a mistake, they don't get punished so hard. But with a build like this, they will make more mistakes because they will get frustrated. They have to get to the pool. They have to remove overcharge. Then they have to run away because you're coming because of surveillance. It's and then you can spit on it again, and they get infected again. It is a never-ending cycle of annoyance for the survivor. And I think that makes it a pretty good build.
Mhm.
But and it's all what Falcon said. It is Falcon said it from the point of view of a survivor. He plays survivor, and he's killer main. And I trust in his judgment about how this works. So a point goes to Falcon again for his good analysis. So here comes the next build that I think that we will see a lot, because Falcon just mentioned it, and I was like, oh, I didn't think about it. So nurse calling, that's one. Barbecue and chili. Infectious scream. And of course, if I'm correct, then I will add sloppy butcher. Let's add sloppy butcher, but because I think the last perk can be anything. Anything can be the last perk. What do you think about this build then?
Well, I mean, it's like, you know, it's pretty standard.
Pretty standard, yeah. But like I said,
Yes, nurse calling and barbecue is maybe the standard combo for every killer.
yeah, but with infectious infectious scream, eh?
It's like, well, I mean, for all builds, I think we can agree that it's just going to be like infectious and barbecue with her specifically, or in general. I don't know if that's going to be like, you know, the go-to meta thing or not, because like you said, it doesn't really, it's not good on every single killer, but you know, it's strong enough.
Yeah, but the thing with her is she is not dependent on her power resorts. She's a strong
Or, you
killer
know,
on her own.
And
But
instead of nurses, what I've been messing with was well, I can't remember the name of it right now. The nurse's other perk that works when they're
Xenophobia.
not that one. The other, her third one.
Strider.
Yes, the one where you can hear them louder. Actually, when they're infected, you hear them cough really loudly.
Seriously?
Yeah, I was playing it all yesterday. You hear them really loudly cough.
Strider. Then we could. Then I would say that we can. Then I would say that Strider and infectious varied, and then with barbecue and chili and nurse calling would be a good combo then, a perk combo for searching for survivors.
Yeah, because like nurses is cool, right? But like when I'm playing the plague, I don't want them to stop the heal anyway. I will literally just throw up on them and let them leave, because they have to go find a fountain, right? So no matter what fountain they find, you can see it on the map, so you know what area they're at anyway.
True, if you take time to
Yes,
think.
just because when if you are fully infected, you get the broken status, so you can't heal.
Yeah. So and you're
And
exposed.
if you go to a pool of devotion, you get fully healed. So I don't think she benefit from nurse calling.
Yeah, because and then going back to the fact that you can't heal an infected survivor without getting infected yourself. So if they know that, they're not going to stop to heal each other. So they're either going to be using self care or medpick on themselves. So I don't think there's a whole lot of like, you could do something else with that slot. Like instead of nurses, you can just run the other perks so you can hear them. Like it's really loud. Because I was like, let me try this. I'm like, oh, that's really loud. I don't I don't know why, but it's loud as hell.
Hmm. That's a good point for you, Nverm0re. A really good point. Since, well, Nurse is one of those perks that is so good, but also really meta defined, because you every survivor that you know has self care.
Yeah, but then in the case of the plague, she doesn't care about your self care because she's gonna throw up on you until you get exposed and you get one shot anyway.
Yeah. So then I could see. Mm,
Because like on the other hand, the only time you're using the red vomit, it could help, but the red vomit is a limited time anyway. I feel like that's more of an annoyance for the survivors because now they can't. I hit somebody on on Freddy's map. There's one of the houses, and there's a big rock in front of it, and there's a pallet loop. And I was chasing this guy around the loop, but I had the red blood, and I shot over the rock, and I was hitting him with the blood. And I think that's crazy, but but like seeing as how the red vomit is like on a time limit and it's not really all that long, to be honest. I don't think that you'll be worrying about injuring them in chases, because usually when you're chasing them, you're going to infect them and then either hit them when they're exposed, or you're going to go chase or go do something else.
I see. So then I will replace Nurse Calling with Whispers.
Yeah, like I think just with the whole healing meta, I think she changes a lot because she doesn't care if you're healing. She's like, you just took that perk you just took self care for no reason.
Yeah.
Because now you're sick, and if you don't get cleansed, you're in danger. That's what I really like about it, because if you don't cleanse yourself, you're in danger because you're exposed. You can't heal. You're hurt. You're coughing crazy. Like it's way better than all of the other like meter perks. Like of course deep wound because Legion, right? It's way
Yeah.
better than Legion because if you don't stop and deal with it, then you really have a problem. And
That's
if you
true.
do stop and deal with it, you're at a fountain, so you're off of a gen, and I know where you're at. It's like a better version of Pig's Trap.
Yeah, she basically has a form from she basically is a better pig. She has
Yeah,
the build.
because
She has the built-in. She can track. She has a form of tracking, even though it is a weak form of tracking, but it is still a better form of tracking than some of the other killers got, except for Doctor, because Doctor is the king of tracking.
and on top of that, when they do go cleanse the fountain, now you have a power up, so you can go to that fountain if you want to and turn your vomit into damage.
Yeah, you get a freaking Zenkai boost.
So it's like it's a way better. It's like, yo, because the pig is like the same thing, but you don't know which box they went to, and you only can do it 4 times.
She is basically, how should I say, in the first half she is like the clown, but once she gets the fountain, she becomes Huntress,
Yeah.
which is good. She is the clown and the Huntress in one. That is because basically she's on the same level as Huntress. That's what I think. She's on the same level as Huntress, and I think that is a good thing. Do you agree, Falcon? Since you have understanding about survivors, so that the plague is in the same level as the Huntress.
I think maybe she's a bit stronger than Huntress, but just because she moves at regular speed.
Yeah, but
Like I would,
Huntress can kill.
Huntress has two major drawbacks, in my opinion. She's slow, and her hitbox are completely messed up. It's really difficult to hit a survivor with the hatchets. No,
Yeah.
maybe I'm not good with her. Maybe
If I
since I don't play Huntress very much.
if I may give my experience because Huntress is one of my killers that I play a lot. The thing with Huntress is survivors always think that you hit them for the head or the body. That's the thing with the survivors think, so they will always crouch. And I personally find it better that as Huntress that you aim for the feet or the legs. Because that is they cannot crouch and dodge the headshot. The problem for Hunters is when they are looping.
Yes,
They can
yes.
that is her real weakness. That's the real weakness that she has. The headshots are good. You can do a lot of skillful plays. Hunters reward skill. That is the Huntress. He is a skill killer. Skill-based killer, which is completely different from Nurse. Nurse is a vision-based killer. With Nurse, you have to see the survivor. You have to see the survivor to be able to kill them. With Huntress, you have to have skill with your headshot. If you, as Nurse, lose sight of survivor, then you already failed your chase as Nurse. Because Nurse is dependent on the eyes, and Huntress is dependent on skill and managing the ammo, the headshot.
Yep.
They are both slow, but they are powerful. They have the power. Even though Nurse has higher skill ceiling, but once it becomes normal, it becomes more based on vision. Even if you are the best Nurse, you're still dependent on your eyes. If you can't see in the corner, you lost as Nurse. Even if you are the world's best Nurse, you're in the corner, you lose sight of survivor, you lost the game. That's Nurse. So I think the only thing that counts as a Huntress is the environment, like Azeroth. It can be a good map or a bad map for Huntress. Korn, bad map for Huntress, because but goes be good because survivors cannot see if the Huntress throw the headshot, but Huntress is big. She's a big girl. It's a bit. Huntress is 50-50, map dependent, but she's 100% skill. If you can time your headshots correctly, you can predict it correctly, and you can throw it at the right moment or the right angle. Huntress is a really powerful killer.
Yep.
That is Huntress.
Yes.
And that is what I want to say about Huntress. It's also why we do it this as 3 people. Each of us has his own experience with each killer, and others are better with certain killers than others. But I want to give, that was my opinion about Huntress towards you. Just to defend Huntress the way how she is. That is my opinion.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, but I would say she is in the level of Huntress. She requires skill, and she is also she is a combination of clown and Huntress. When she gets her red puke, she becomes Huntress, and without it she is like the clown.
Yeah, that's about fair enough.
I got one more build, and this is the anti-looping build. And I don't know if this is going to be meta defying or not, but we will see. it has the following perks that I think would really help if it goes about stopping loops and so. And that is the anti-looping build. And it has the following perks: Enduring, Bamboozle, Brutal Strength, Spirit Fury. That's a build that I could see on the plague. What do you guys think?
I mean, I guess it depends on like how you play personally and how you see the character. Because I think like the infection is enough to stop it. Like when I'm playing the plague and they pull and they pull on a pallet, I never break it. I just keep vomiting on it. Because that means I don't have to hit them to increase the infection. Like, all right, go ahead and slide on it. You're just gonna get more sick. You're just gonna get sicker, more sick. I don't know how you say that in English. Anyway,
You're American.
like, exactly, right? And then it's like the same thing with the window loops. Like, okay, if you want to window loop this, I'm just gonna spit on the ledge, and every time you touch it, you're gonna get sick. So I don't even care. Like, do it if you want. This is just going to end in you're going to have to go find a fountain to heal, so you can just I can do this all day, I don't care.
Yeah, but you cannot do it all day because those survivors can finish the game within, what, 2 minutes?
2 seconds. This is Dead by Daylight. But you know, like, that's just me. Like, I don't, like, I thought about Bamboozle, but then I'm just like, I don't, when I'm playing the character, like, I don't see her as a type that would climb through a window to chase somebody. Like, she's the plague. She doesn't care. She's gonna walk around that corner.
And she is demanding respect that you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the plague. I'm not walking through this window.
And do you agree with that, Falcon?
Yeah, yes.
So you think that anti-looping builds won't be a thing on her?
I think it is not necessary with this killer because looping the plague is already dangerous enough.
Okay, then we can agree that the anti-looping build is more a troll build.
Yeah.
And it is more a troll build, but it has a place. Let's just keep it at that. It has a place if you want to make the plague more annoying. So then I ask you guys, what do you think will be the definitive meta build for the plague?
It's like she's so good. I don't even think there'll be just one. Like, you can do whatever you want with her, and it'll be good, right? Like, but most definitely Barbecue and her
And Ruin. Those two are must.
well, I wouldn't. Well, Barbecue and her fright is obviously gonna be like, just you have to play those with her. Just because, like, that's just so, it's just so strong, the tracking that you get. And I think Strider is just really crazy on her, because once you get somebody sick, you can hear them really loud. So it's not like they can get away from you. Then you knock them down and you get her frightful effect off, and now you find the next person and now they're sick.
What do you think, Falcon?
I still haven't thought for the best build for her. Maybe I didn't play her much.
But Barbecue and Ruin are important.
Because till now I only tested her in Kill Your Friends and not in normal plays, because now queue the lobby queue for killers are huge, so can't say what is the best build in a normal match, because you know, in Kill Your Friend, you always go for testing and
Yeah,
never play seriously, never so you can't say what build is really effective. We need to try her in normal environment.
yeah, but even in normal environment, I think that barbecue and ruin will still be a must for her. It's still those two perks are a must, barbecue and ruin.
Well, you know how I feel about Ruin. To be honest with you, I think that her generator perk is at least more consistent than Ruin, but that's just me. It's because it's for 120. It's for 2 whole minutes. They can't use the 3 gens farthest away from you.
That's true.
But like with especially okay, so especially with Ruin, because I've been playing the games that I have played with a hex perk on. The totems are always right in the same area as a generator or a fountain, and it's like, well, specifically in her case, because she has the fountains, so you have another thing they have to interact with. So whereas a normal killer is like, just say like a hillbilly, right? He doesn't have anything but the gens for you to do. So you have to kind of go out of your way to find the totem sometimes. But then you have the plague. You also have fountains all over the map, so you may come across a totem faster than you normally would, because now you gotta cleanse yourself.
And don't forget Hex, he can protect her totems.
So it's like, I feel like right now, I feel like unless you're running a bunch of different hex ones, so you can like because I forget what the one is that gives you like a fake one and then it hexes you if you pick the wrong one, like something like that, where the totems are part of your game plan. I don't know. I would probably just take her corrupt intervention, because at least every single game 3 generators can't be touched for 2 minutes.
Do you agree with that, Falcon?
Yes. The problem that I think devs should do something to fix the time the generators take to be repaired, because X-Ruin isn't a solution. And I also think that putting it in combo with the new perk, which blocks the farthest generators, it isn't a good idea, because I am afraid that Survivor could just wait for the 2 minutes timer to expire, and in the meantime look for the X totem. So I don't think it is a good combo. So maybe just replace X-Ruin with let me see.
Take your time. Like
with
I said,
corrupt intervention.
corrupt intervention.
But not use both of them. It's useless. And then after 2 minutes, I'm sure you will play with only 2 perks.
Well, from what I see here, it will take like 120 seconds till they can start using till they can fix the generator. So
Yeah, that's 2 whole minutes. And remember, they just changed the way you earn points for your pips and ranked. And I forgot what it was exactly for the generators, but pretty much the more generators you don't have done when the game is over, the higher your score is. And that's 2 whole minutes. They can't touch those generators. So
And so I'm sure they will look for the X totem.
Mhm.
Just because they would think I can't repair generators. Okay, so I will look for the totem. And the result maybe that X ruin lasts even less than normal.
Yeah.
except
So
when you're hacked.
I would suggest if you want to use a combo with corrupt intervention, we should try discordance maybe, because
Discordance.
yes, because as 4 generators can be repaired in the 2 initial minutes, there is a bigger probability that that the survivors will repair together those generators.
Yep. I
So
can see that.
so basically, you think that her meta build is going to be, and I'm gonna say the perks right now that I got here in front of my nose: corrupt intervention, discordance,
Yes.
barbecue and chili, and stridor.
That could be a strong build. We need to test it.
Yeah, because test server is different than live server, and live server can change everything. But she is definitely she is definitely whatever might happen. I think she will stay a strong killer.
Yeah, she's like stupid strong, like.
Then we
but not OP, so it's fair.
Then we will go into the round and show the perks off, and we will, of course, we're gonna show off the new decisive strike. That's one of the perks that we will show off, and we will do the perks of Jeff Johansson. That is the one with breaking the hook, and of course we will use deliverance also, because we didn't show that from Afrojack. Afrojack has deliverance, and we're gonna show off the perks of the new survivor. So who is going to be the new survivor, and who is going to use those perks that I mentioned?
What is Jeff's third perk? Does that matter?
I don't freaking know what perks that he has. To be honest, like I said, I don't even know what the name is of Afrojack. So
his third perk is distortion, but I don't.
yeah, but that perk works. I have seen it. I've seen it in action in multiple games. It's so stupid. It is.
I mean, it doesn't. I don't know if I don't know. Well, the plague doesn't care about. The plague doesn't care about about auras or scratch marks.
Oh yeah, she is such a bitch to deal with.
She does not care about that. I got this. She negates so many perks. I have distortion. That's nice. I have vomit and Strider. Good luck.
Yeah, you're right. It's one of those things that
I have self-care. Good luck. I have vomit. I don't care. That's crazy.
Oh man, yeah, you're so right. It is. It is
You
so
can't
true.
even use okay, so she also counters those what do you call those? The exhaustion perks? Because if you use them, you run faster, right?
Yeah.
So if you run faster, you get sick faster.
Oh my god.
So
So it's finally if I'm correct, finally behavior grew some balls.
yeah, this is me talking about what she affects that's already exists without but with her power by itself, right? Just with her power by herself, she doesn't care about healing. She doesn't care about distortion. She doesn't care about a lot of things. She just doesn't care.
So
Pallets don't really matter. Vaults don't really matter because you're going to get sick, and I can leave you alone because you have to go cleanse yourself, or the next time I find you, you're going to die.
oh yeah, that's so true. That is
Right.
so freaking true what you said.
Cause like, all right, cause like we were talking about before with the loops.
Yeah?
Yeah, but if you're sick, you get sick faster. So when I do finally catch you, you're probably exposed, and I only have to hit you once.
That's true. That's so true. So who is going the new survivor?